All right, we're doing it. Okay. All right, so let's see how this goes. This is definitely a test run. I will wait a second to see if anyone jumps in. I fully expect no one to show up. It's totally fine. Um, they're already having a lot of tech issues, which is awesome. I had music streaming to the live stream working like yesterday, and now it's not working. So, it's just going to be something that we learn over time and we get, and that's okay. Um, but pretty much what I'm doing here today is I started this channel, I started these live streams as an opportunity for me to let me turn this music down just a smidge. Um, yeah, I started this as an opportunity to draw more and have more fun. So I realized that as a creative who does design for a living and as a career, I tend to get pigeonholed into um, maybe not thinking outside the box or not having as much fun with design as I had in the past. The reason that I got so into design was the ability to create whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And so, um, warning. What's the warning? Um, so the reason that I wanted to do these streams again is to kind of touch back into the roots of being able to just have fun with design again and draw and get better and do things in my own style. And who knows, maybe open up a shop with some of my designs in it and put out stickers or prints or whatever may come of it. So, thank you for anyone who is on. If you want to give a thumbs up or something so I can see that somebody's here, that'd be awesome. But if not, totally cool. So let's just get into it. We have a couple things that I definitely want to do tonight. I want to make some additional graphics for the actual stream. There's some things that are missing from for the stream that just like little teeny weeny graphics or like GIFs and stuff like that that I wanted to implement. And then I also wanted to finish up a design. So we could actually probably start by finishing up a current design, and this is one of them. It's called I got this goofy idea of a peanut that is kind of getting caught by the police, and it says, "Are you nuts?" And obviously he's a nut, and he's got this goofy disguised mustache thing that we've all seen um, in the past. And so I'm just gonna finish this up um, and just kind of be doodling throughout the night, drawing throughout the night. And so if you have any questions, I have the chat up. If you just want to talk about whatever, also here. Hey, Chris Alonso, what's up, man? Um, didn't see. The chat is not pulling up here, but it's opening up in YouTube. Gotta love OBS. Okay, I'll just do that. I'll have the chat on the side. That works. Sweet, perfect. All right. Yeah. So this is Are You Nuts? I think there's a lot of things that I've done already, and I can show you guys um, how it kind of started and then where it's going. So let's look at the time lapse. I can kind of give you guys a preview here. Um, so I try to start everything out as a sketch, and then I bring that sketch, kind of give it the good bones, right? Obviously, the face changed, some other things changed, and as the idea grew, originally he just had the glasses. Then it grew into, oh, let's put a trench coat on him. I think that'd be funny. And so we threw a trench coat on him. And then I was like, well, what if he's like in an alley and the cops are pulling him over? And so it just kind of got out of hand, but it's already gotten so far. And so I'm just going to continue going with it. Who knows? Maybe add some details in the alley. Um, Maybe a wanted poster or something goofy. I don't know. That's the fun part about drawing is you can do all this stuff and no one can stop you. I really enjoyed doing this lettering, this goofy lettering, trying to find ways to fit it into some weird spots. And if you notice, one of the things I'm really bad at drawing is feet, especially like shoes and hands. So you'll see, usually I think it's a fun idea to pull shoes that are trending right now. So those are like the Travis Scotts that are new and trending. And so I think it's cool to kind of put that pop culture modern twist on things and add like um, a shoe that people might recognize, and then actually base the color scheme of the whole design based on the color scheme of the shoe. So if you've seen that, if you've looked at any of my old stuff, my self doubt series that I did that with 4 different shoes, all of the Tatum ones, or Jason Tatum's signature shoe. And he had 4 different colorways. He has a couple more, but I only did 4 of the colorways in which I made those prints. And so, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I got the base color done, and then we added, it was originally a brown wall, and I was like, no, I should just stick with the color scheme. Went with the gray wall, added these like cop lights on him, and then brightened it up a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm having too much fun with this one. I've spent way too many hours adjusting these shadows and doing all this goofy work and getting the highlights of the police lights on them. And so I think we'll just get this one finished up and see where it's going. So yeah, we'll jump right back into this one. So this one, let's do, I don't know, should we put like a trash can like over in this little area? Maybe we throw, I kind of like the idea of a wanted poster over here, like right in this area. Here, let's get a pencil on. Let's use a white pencil since we're already on gray background. So maybe we do, and throw any ideas out of what you guys might be thinking. So we're gonna do maybe a wanted poster over here. Mugshot. I think it'd be funny. I don't know. Originally I had an idea of him opening up his jacket and it being like soft pretzels, almost like, hey, do the snack alternative, don't eat peanuts. Like, stop it. And so then I thought of the idea of having the whole town as like snack themed. Again, my brain works weird sometimes, you know? All right, so let's do this. Let's get kind of a plane here. Here's the plane of the floor. We'll get a trash can working in here. And let me know if my mic works well. I know the music mic is not working well at all. I still have it going just for me, but hopefully everything's coming through clear and the stream's not super choppy. This camera, trust me, I know, is not great. We're working on a budget here. And so this hopefully grows to a point where I can afford some better equipment, but humble beginnings. I got my lighting rig set up, right? I look all right. Could be better, but we work with what we got, you know? So let's finish this trash can. Let's get the sketch of this trash can going. Maybe have something hanging out of the trash can. Oh, that's not good. That is what I love. That's why I actually really got into design in general. Graphic design is, I really enjoyed drawing. I did. I had fun doing it and I liked the creative aspect of it, but I wasn't a great, like, you see those people that will look at something and they can just draw it and it's so impressive, right? And then I was one of those people that I just drew goofy stuff and I couldn't recreate what an apple looked like, and I couldn't like just do these crazy engineering style sketches and stuff like that. And so I thought, you know what, if there was a digital tool where I could go in and make a ton of mistakes and fix those mistakes before I output something, let's do that. And so that's where graphic design started for me. So I thought, you know what, there is a way for me to do this and be creative and make mistakes, and no one will know because they won't see the outputted file, or the process file, I should say. Okay, so we're gonna have this trash can. It's got this big old lid on it. Maybe it's curved over. It's got a little dome. Got a handle. Let's delete this line. Yeah, and then once this is done, I want to create a couple of things for the actual stream. I know I want to make the thumbnail for this coming Thursday. We have another stream, so I want to make sure that thumbnail is set and that live is scheduled, so you can save it, you can like it, and get it on your radar. Okay, trash can done. I don't love the perspective of it. I'm interested to see if I can kind of hack this real quick. Let's do a little bit of a grab. Can I just go straight perspective? That'd be awesome. Scoot that up and down. It does kind of work. I think that works better. We'll do that. Okay, I need to adjust my stream bit rate. Let me fix that real quick. What is it asking me to do? It's asking me to do 68. Okay, do that. Okay, let's see if that's better. Hopefully I didn't break everything. Still live? Okay. See if that's better. Okay. Cool. All right. So got trash can. Let's do a little bit of a wanted poster over here. And then if you happen to stumble on this video and you're wondering what does it take to get into a career of design, ask your questions away. I've been a professional designer as a career for 12 years now. 12 years now. Started when I was 19 years old as an intern, and then it just snowballed into all these different jobs, and I learned so many different roles and things that I could do in the industry through all the different positions I had. So it was pretty awesome. Let's do like a wanted here. And we'll do a little doodle of Mr. Peanut, right? He'll be over in this poster, maybe with some sad eyes, right? Because he just got caught. Maybe he's got like a little droopy mouth. Okay. So this will be Mr. Peanut wanted poster. And then we'll maybe we'll do a little reward. Reward $1 million. All right, I like that. Anything else that you guys can think of, let me know. We can try to fit it in. But let's get this stuff drawn up. So let's do the wanted posters. So we'll go in and we'll make this pixel brush. I'm going to use Too Smooth to Be Forgotten brush. And we'll do a little smaller than that. It's a little too big. Okay. Flipping up a little bit. Get a little shadow behind it just to give it a little effect. Like it's actually something on the wall. Need a little bit more shadow. Don't love it. I like that more. Sorry if you guys don't have music. It's one of the things that definitely broke when I opened my OBS today. And so I'm hoping to fix it. I know it's, as a viewer, it can be a little annoying, but hopefully we get it fixed by Thursday. It all worked yesterday, of course. And then today it gets opened up and I said, nah, not today. Not gonna happen. I also, let's throw this underneath our talk box. Where is it at? Right there. Okay. Let's group these. There we go. That's gonna be better. I will say that's one of the more annoying things. I don't know why you'd ever want to fill, but not have it. Still having stream issues. Perfect. We'll figure this out, guys. Hopefully the quality is not too terrible. All right, let's get that sketch back where it needs to be. Let's put a little square, like a little wanted square. Let's just pluck that color. Not erase. What is it doing? Yep, that makes sense. Okay. So confused. Why is it doing that? That all above. Oh, this is a messy project. All right, so here is a lesson in how not to make your project. I made this super messy, so oh man. Perfect. Okay, we're just gonna have to do some fandangling here. All right, let's put this little box here. Put that in, fill that in. We will do a little doodle of Mr. Peanut here. I guess I shouldn't call him Mr. Peanut. It's probably copyrighted. Just the peanut. We'll fill him in with is yellow. I need to get my color swaps back up. There they are. Fill this in with yellow. Do the little peanut lines, right? Don't love that. This doesn't have to be super detailed either. This is just a minor thing in the background. So I don't want to get too crazy with it because I don't want it to distract from the main image, because that's what people are going to be looking at anyways, hopefully, is the center. I'm already probably doing a little bit too much for what this is, but I did get a little carried away with the whole idea, and it just became this whole story in my head that now that I thought it, I just got to get it out of my head. So I'm going to do that. Let's put a little multiply on here. What did I do? Soft light. Yep, soft light. Get his little mugshot going. Oh, yeah. What's up, Yunin? Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you hanging out. All right, we're gonna get him. He's kind of shocked, right? He's probably in jail. Maybe he's tweaking out a little bit, right? He's like, what is going on? Maybe we change his eye up. Maybe he has like a black eye from whatever he was just doing. So he's got a little bit of a black eye. We'll add some black eye-ness to him. Let's delete. Get rid of this. Add a little bit of purple underneath his eye, even though... Maybe let's pull this blue. Let's do that. Like I said before, I tried to stick to the color palette of these shoes because I think that's a fun thing to do. I think it's fun to, because I hate doing shoes, I hate doing feet, but I love the culture of shoes. I love the colorway culture of shoes and how the collecting aspect of it. And so I thought it'd be really cool to pull the colors from this pair of sneakers into the whole piece of art, minus the yellow, obviously, for Mr. Peanut. But let's add the blue from this little tag underneath his eye. Give him a little bit of a black eye. I'll pull this down afterwards. Do a little. Let's find a brush. A little soft brush. Need to be a little smaller than that, though, that's for sure. Okay. Give a little black eye. Nice. I like it. Okay. He doesn't have a nose. We're going to keep him noseless. And then we're going to give him like a little, like, man. Oh, wrong brush. Give him a little. And he's going to be holding a one last detail. Little like, should be black. a little bored. How do you keep your creative dry and avoid burnout? Really, it's about, I think, how do I keep my creative drive and avoid burnout? I don't think burnout, not that it's not possible and it's not a real thing, but I think, like anything, you got to motivate yourself and you have to keep yourself looking for inspiration. Like I found just looking on Instagram and looking up other creatives and designers and seeing what they're doing has really helped me as a creative and has helped me to celebrate other creatives. I don't think that's done enough. And I think just hopping into somebody's post and saying, hey, like, I love the work you do. I think it's really cool. Keep it up. That goes a long way. It really does. And so, um, the creative drive that I get is just by trying new things. I really enjoy different softwares and trying to do new things. And I think that's the beauty of creativity in general is really with all the tools that we have at our disposal, you could create whatever you're really thinking. It's just, are you willing to put the time and effort into learning the softwares, to failing? I plan on having a whole stream, and maybe that's my stream on Thursday, literally just talking about the 12 plus years of different failures that I've gone through as a creative, but haven't let them set me back. I learned different things from every one of them. But they came with trying new stuff as well. It came with taking a risk, going out of my comfort zone and learning something new. So I hope this kind of answers your question as far as how do I keep the creative drive. It really is keeping different creatives in front of you, because if you silo yourself off and you're just trying to do things on your own, you're going to burn the candle from both ends and you're not going to have anybody pouring into that creative drive that you have, if that makes sense. So try to find some people that you look up to. I think it's important to have someone you're looking up to, but also someone you're feeding into at the same time, because that will feed you in both directions. So I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, please follow up with more questions. Totally happy to help. Where were we? I was going to draw this kind of police sign, like maybe he's in snack jail. So Mr. Peanut went to snack jail. He's wanted. This is his mugshot. He was caught doing something. I don't know what his crime was. I don't want to know. You know, he's a bad man. That black is too distracting. Let's refill it. Now let's fill it with. Yeah, it's better. Okay. And then there's just going to be gibberish on there because I don't think people actually need to know. Maybe some numbers. But great question, Eunice. I hope I answered it. I hope it's a little bit helpful. If not, let me know. Let's put some like half numbers because it's out of the shot, right? 3, 9, 7, 2. What should the name of this county be that he's in? Something jail. Maybe it's. What's the name of a good like snack? Like it can be Planters. I want to actually get in trouble for this. Let's do like you know what? I'm just gonna do a little dribbly line. It's not gonna be anything. Sorry. I don't want this to be too distracting. So we got Mr. Peanut. He's gonna be wanted. Back to this color. Yeah, for sure. And one thing too is what really, really helped me is recognizing how much you do know. As far as your creativity and stuff like that. And if you maybe are in a community where there's not a lot of, get to be in front of some of these creatives that you see on Instagram and on YouTube, and then like get in front of them and talk to them. It really is pretty amazing. I found that most creatives are extremely generous with what what they're willing to like talk about and how much they're willing to help you out. Like it's insane how many people have just been there and answered questions for me and have poured into me as a creative. And that's why I'd love to do that for other people too. Is just be a resource, because there's so much work to go around in the creative field, because everybody needs some form of design, that there's never going to be a lack of work. It's just going to be whoever puts the effort in, whoever is steadfast and doing good work, they're going to rise to the top and they're going to get those jobs. And so try to partner up with somebody, find somebody that maybe you spent way too much time on it already. It's such a small detail, but I do think it kind of ties the story together. Wanted, let's just put the dollar signs in here. Make it a little obnoxious. $1 million. I might scale back text a smidge. And then we have to go in and edit this shape. Since we masked everything to this shape, now beauty is we could create a layer. We could create an empty mask and then go in and start masking this out. So I made my layers really ugly. That's why this is so dang messy. So organize your layers better. I also didn't expect this illustration to get so out of hand. So we'll get this finished up. We'll get working on some other pieces. Also, let me know if that stream idea of kind of going over my failures is interesting to you. Because if it is, I'd be more than happy to share. I'm gonna have to do a sketchy erase. What not to do in design. Sketchy erase. See if I can get this arc right. Where is it? Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay, we're gonna do go like this. So you can see it from the palm of the hand what it looks like. And I'm doing the perfect, hey, this is what you should not do as a designer move. But at the same time, I think it's even more relatable because this is stuff that we do all the time that we shouldn't. Why are you curving? Okay. You know what? That is going to have to do there. That's good. And then we will erase this. Then I want to group all this together. And didn't I like go? Now, aren't you in here? Get in there. Why did you do that? It's the sketch. Where is the drawing? Text. Oh, lordy. This is awesome. I cannot find. Put text on the sign. Just don't know where it went. Is that it? That's it. There we go. Okay. Okay, now that that disaster is done, let's put a shadow on it from the speech bubble, even though real speech bubbles don't have shadows, but this is also a peanut that has done a crime, and so we're not judging anything right now. Where is his back and forth sign? We're losing everything. There it is. Get on up there. Now get down here. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Okay. Cool. This is going good. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Cool. I'm cool with that. Little one poster in the background. Maybe shoot. Let's just do that a little bit. And just tone it down. Take it out of attention. Excuse me. All right, then we will load up and do the trash can, and then I think this piece is done. I'm gonna wipe my hands of it, be done with it, post it tomorrow, get 3 likes, be done with it. It's out of my head. What it's all about. Get it out of my head. Okay, where's my sketch? It's also a downside of using whites is the layer preview will not. I'm going to start with I'm not going to outline it because I don't want it to stand out. So I'm going to just go in and do these grays. And then just go in and give it a little dimension. Have some of the police lights bouncing off of it. But again, I don't want to spend too much more time on this piece because we could be here forever, and maybe I'll do some texturing just to add a little bit more to it. But yeah, so the goal for these streams is just to give me a time to spend drawing. I don't do it enough, and I do find a lot of joy in doing it. And so I wanted to put some time aside to really invest in myself and invest in the things that I feel give me a little spark and joy and make my day a little better. And so that's why I wanted to start drawing more. I wanted to Also give it a place where I could answer your guys' questions about design, about the career of design, about different programs and stuff like that. And just kind of have some fun. Because again, art is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a good time. Let's fill all this in. I'm going to go in and do something a little funky. Let's put a black. Bump it up. I just bumped it up. I think I'm going crazy. Okay. Pull that. We have that dimension going. We'll have another light coming off the side, giving it a rounded look. I also want to include a little bit of that blue and red. Right? So let's give it a little red. Drop that down. And let's do a little blue. Just this midgets. Okay. Now we're going to actually merge these down and then go in and use a mask this out. You know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go and just go right over it. I think that's a good idea. Let's just go right over it. Also, if any of you guys are watching and you're into creativity, you have an Instagram or something, feel free to share it or shoot me a message. I'd love to see what you're working on. I'm just going to go like this. I'm not going to deal with going back and forth with white and black and getting my mask right. I'm just going to go over it, put a clipping mask on it. And then it's going to be great. I think I can get rid of this. We'll do another layer of shadows. And honestly, I'm going to tone this down just a smidge as well. It's a little harsh. We don't have that level of craziness going on. I want to match that same red and blue. I also need to do this. That's not going to be the same shadows. So now it's kind of starting to look like a trash can. Happy with that. And actually, I didn't hate that extra shadow. I feel like it's like from the lid. I'm going to keep that. And then we'll add a little bit of a shadow underneath it all. Just to get that look. So this is getting close to being done. Then we'll wash our hands of it and get it out of here. We just need maybe a little bit of line work in here. We do like the classic dumpster looking lines. Like, who is it? Who's the trash Sesame Street guy? Not Oscar. Is it? Oscar the Grouch who lives in a garbage can? Yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that. Gosh, it's so not great. Okay. Well, I hate these lines. Let's get it right. Last shot. I'm not gonna spend too much more time on this. Or at least make them straight to start. And then maybe do some half curves or something. Okay, that's gonna do. I'm not gonna be mad at that. No one's gonna be looking at that trash can too hard. And then last but not least, let's pull like this gray and do a little lid. There's our lid. You know what? I'm cool with it. Let's hide that. Let's hide. Let's merge all the trash can together. Should be all my layers of my trash can. Let's group them. Oh, wait. Perfect. Now I'm going to put a little layer on top of everything. Right here. Not erase. Okay, now I'm just going to dial this back till it looks where we kind of want it. Now I can already see that shadow is a little too harsh. Let's turn this shadow down a little bit. I'm going to go in and erase a little bit. Just a little too much. Okay. You know what? I think it's done. Are you nuts? Is done. Where are you? No. This is like my worst nightmare is finding this stuff. Oscar the Grouch. Thank you, Chris. It is Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, I bet you it's in the poster. Yeah, it's in the poster. We will find it. It's in here. Yep. Okay. And you know what? Then we are not done. Shoot. One more thing. I cannot not see this. There needs to be some kind of shadow underneath this guy, under the trash can. Put that shadow in, and then we'll be done. Up the wall a little bit. Put it down. All right, there it is. I think we're good with it. I think it is done. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Except I did say I was gonna put some texture on it. Okay, I did see this tip. I wanted to test it out. It was from a Chris Piasek video. Let's do this together. We're gonna find out some stuff together. Let's do, it's from this brush pack, fall 2022. What we're gonna do is, on top of everything that we're doing, we're going to put this brush on top of it. That's another cool thing about Fresco, is all the free brushes that are available. It's pretty insane. Foglia, I think that's it. No, is that it? It's not that one. Might be this Kubrickle. That might be that. So let's pull this blue, maybe dark blue. Cover the whole thing. This Kubrickle pattern. And then we're going to go in, screen it. That's kind of cool. Maybe we tone back the size of it. I like where this is going though. It's kind of fun. I feel like that's not the brush that I'm thinking. It's not braid. Is it maple? No, it's wonk leaf. That's what it is. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So this is pretty cool. I saw. I'm going to actually transfer it to this gray. So we're kind of keeping in the same palette. So I love how it takes the colors, does a light, does a dark, and you're getting this really cool dynamic texture. Now we're going to have some fun adding some texture here. I don't want to screen it. I might just do a tone back soft light. That's what I'm doing. Just to add a little bit of something. Yeah, that's fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to export this thing. Export as. Are you nuts? What are you doing? Can't put a question mark in a file name. Learn that real quick. So it's going to be RE nuts final. And PNG is going to be just great. We're going to save an image. We're also going to export, and that's great. Cool. RE nuts is done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on, let's actually work on a little graphic for up here. I wanted to make a little graphic that was like my social handles and my website and stuff like that. So that should be really quick. Let's just knock that out. And this is first stream material type stuff, right? Like I'm working on my stream, You know, so professional. Just what everyone wants to see. Okay. So I'm going to add my Instagram and my website. My website is currently under construction. I'm still deciding how I want it to look and feel / what the functionality of it is, and I don't want to rush it out because I think that would be a waste of everybody's time. So we don't need to make anything too big here. Could probably just do like a 1200 by 600 block. Perfect. What I am going to do is just pull in a example of the Clubhouse logo just for reference. And then we will, I'm just going to freehand the Instagram one. My background's blue, so let's do most of this in white. Let's make a nice little blue background just so we have it. We'll export this all as a PNG. And we'll make it vector based so it's nice and pretty. It's one thing that's just so nice is these vector brushes. The fact that I could pull this into Illustrator and scale it up to like the size of my walls and it work is absolutely amazing. So let's do Instagram. Instagram's a nice little semi-square that then has circle and another circle. Clean it up a smidge. Actually, yeah, should be a quick one. Yeah. So my Instagram is that's a terrible ad signal. My smoothing is way too powerful. Turn that down. Okay, at there we go. That feels better. Clim dot house dot that'll do. I don't care if it looks imperfect because I don't want it to look perfect. I think that's the fun of it. We will put a little for when I imagine internet, I always think of this symbol, and let me know if you guys think the same. This kind of like super globe. Maybe we'll do something cooler some other time, but I don't know why this has always screamed internet to me. Like I'm overthinking this. There we go. That's it. Okay, that's gonna be it. And the cool thing is my URL is www dot clem dot house. Pretty cool. I thought it was neat to get that domain. And we're going to put a little bit of a yellow disclaimer here, an orange that says, maybe we wrap it in construction tape and we say, it's like a crane. That'd be fun. Do a crane. under construction. Cool, done. We're gonna hide this layer, export this as a PNG, and get it up on the stream right now. How great is that? So let's go to this real quick. Thanks for anyone who's stuck on here. I mean, the fact that it's been an hour and the stream seems to be still up, that's a plus, right? Let me get this image shared to our stream. I used to have a face cam, an Elgato face cam, and it was so nice. And then at my old job, we did nothing but we did tons of streaming, like tons and tons and tons and tons of streaming. And I was like, you guys can have it. I'm never going to use this. And of course, the second you don't need something is usually the second that you then need something. All right, let me pull this file in. There it is. We'll add it into the scene. Okay, image, social overlays. I'm also impressed with my computer that it's handling the stream the way it is. Because if we are to be honest, it may not be the most powerful system. Okay. You know, I'm going to do this and then scale me down a smidge because I have that versatility. I can do whatever I want. Boom. I'm okay with that. Okay. Done. We just did that. Right there. We did that. Together. Or whatever. Okay. So Thursday, I have another stream starting at 9 o'clock again. And so what I want to do is, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it. I have a ton of ideas about thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, man. Good night if that's what you're doing. See you sometime. I have a lot of ideas written down of what I want to bring to this channel, about what I want to share with you guys, and I think I'll upload like some YouTube shorts and some different things on this channel, as well as YouTube videos of things that you guys are interested in. But for Thursday, I have a couple different ideas. Let's see here. We have let's see here, I'm pulling up my notes. Some AI drawing prompts, which I've had ChatGPT do, which is really funny, just like crazy character drawings. But also, I mentioned kind of showing off my failures. I think that would be interesting. It might be a better stream for next week because there's going to be a lot of work that goes into aggregating that content because it's all over the place. There's multiple hard drives and stuff like that. So other than that, let's do I like the idea of ChatGPT character drawings. That would be fun. So we're gonna make the thumbnail right now, and then I'll schedule out the live after this live so that you guys have somewhere to go and get ready for that live, so that I'm doing my job. Also, I need to get this music working because I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing just my voice and nothing else. And I made a. Okay, so we're gonna do. Let's make the ChatGPT logo. That sounds fun. So it's a bunch of some rounded triangles. Let's pull it up. Let's go. Let's go to the scene real quick. I'm just gonna pull that image up and then grab it. ChatGPT logo. Also, I'm getting like in and out warnings that the stream is like not healthy. So let me know if it's like super choppy, if it's unbearable, if you guys aren't able to view the content well. If the audio stinks, I put a bunch of things on this mic. So the audio should be pretty good. The audio should be good. The microphone should be good. So let's do this. All right, so this will be for Thursday's stream. We're going to do a ChatGPT. I want to save this photo. Come on now. Sorry, guys, I'm on my iPad. Save photos. Okay, let's transfer back. So you guys should see. Hey, look. We have socials now. That's my Instagram. That's my website. That's under construction. Silly. I shouldn't have to put my YouTube because you're already on it. I think it's fun. What do you guys think of the logo? Decent? That was fun. I have a really cool animation that I spent a lot of time on. I could show you at some point, but it's pretty cool. It'll come out. I also need to design a screen that's like, hey, I'll be back real soon because I probably have to like use the bathroom or go get a drink of water or deal with a kid or something, because that's going to happen inevitably. So yeah. All right, ChatGPT. Let's get that going. I don't want to use my camera. I want to use a photo. More specifically, this photo. So let's do like that. Try to stay. We'll do pixel. I'm really liking these brushes. This rough brush is a lot of fun. We should be able to just fill up. Is there a thicker one? Rough inking 2 is 35. Yeah, there we go. So we'll just use these strokes. Doesn't need to be perfect either. I think that's the beauty of it, is making this handmade look. Definitely want that curve to be decent though. And for those of you who are maybe like, isn't using ChatGPT like totally cheating? Not at all. I think it's really fun to get different ideas of things that you would have never thought about. Like for example, I ran a prompt once just to see like what in the world would ChatGPT print out or output for a prompt, and we'll redo the prompt so it's not going to be these same ones that I'm doing. We'll do it all live on stream. But I just said, hey, could you come up with 10 character profiles for unique, wild, and crazy illustration prompts for drawing? And it came up with all of these. Look at this. It came up with 10 whole character profiles I'm like, that's so fun. Like, I'll name off one. Okay. Zephyr the Sky Pirate. Ready? He's a swashbuckling raccoon with a flair for adventure. Zephyr captains a fantastical airship adorned with colorful sails and powered by enchanted crystals. With his trusty crew of anthropomorphic animals, he sails the sky in search of lost treasure and daring escapades. Like, I would have never come up with this raccoon pirate sailing in the skies. Like, I think it'd be fun to do doodle stuff like that. Also, have ideas to um do some stuff with like Marvel characters. I'm a huge sports fan, specifically NFL and football. Maybe doing some cool illustrations that we could post, tagging certain athletes. Maybe it's showing off their stats for the year or illustrating a cool catch that they had. I'd love to mess around with that. Also, would love to mess around with. I'm used to be involved with the trading card world, and so like sports cards and different stuff like that. And I think there is a huge opportunity for innovation in the sports card world. I know if you follow it at all, that Fanatics is taking over the game and they're doing some amazing things. And they are being very innovative, and I know they have plans to be even more innovative in the future. But I think there's ways to use technology on top of the physical paper cards that could be really cool. So I don't want to tease too much, but I think that would be a fun little live of going through what that could be and going through some different programs that maybe you haven't used, you're scared to use. I think that'd be really fun. Also, I don't believe there's any way for me to even know right now if anyone is watching. Oh, there is. Cool. Well, hello. Um, okay, so ChatGPT logo done. I think we'll do an outline just to have it. Yeah, done. Have that. Let's pick a color palette. I also like to use Adobe Colors. If you have never used Adobe Colors, it's awesome. Because it just has some really nice palettes already available. What are you doing? Come on now. You can just explore some cool different um, color palettes that you've never used before. I really like. I don't want to spend too much time picking a palette. You know, I think this is fun. Let's pick this. Done. Just like that. Throw it in Fresco. Put me under downloads. That's what it's going to be. I think it's this one. Right? Am I crazy? No, that is not it at all. Delete that. Here it is. Okay, cool. There's our palette. Let's switch it down a little bit just for us to grab some colors from. Luckily, it does have a green, so we could throw that in behind here. Then we could actually use this as a reference layer. Little tip here. Why can't I use you as a reference layer? Oh, there it is. Go underneath it. Use white. And go bing, bong, boom, 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 boom. Done. So quick. All right. Let's fill the background with this blue. And let's have so we're gonna have ChatGPT do character prompts for us. Let's name this thing. Let's do actually a little sketch about how this lettering is going to look. So I'm going to go up here and go Chat GPT. So it's actually going to be called Drawing Illustrating Chat GPT Characters. Chat GPT prompts. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Ignore my handwriting. It's atrocious. That's how I like it though. Okay. So we're going to do some cool spaces. Let's say here. Now. Thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate anyone supporting me, this channel, liking the video, subscribing. I'm not gonna be one who's like, smash that like button and subscribe because it's gonna feed my family. That's not what this is about. This is about me having an audience that is holding me now accountable to having these streams and spending time doing some fun things and stretching my brain with illustration, and that is just so fun. I really do enjoy it. So we're gonna do GPT like I think it's gonna take up that much space. Let's do like chat's gonna be like this big. So this is just a way for me to get an idea of what I want these letters to look like. Okay, let's do C H, and then you can break it as you go, which is the fun part. G H E. So for reference, this is going to be chat G P T. Now, as we move forward, I'm going to lighten up these and then make another layer and start sketching out what these letters look like. Because we're going to, I'm going to take up almost 2 spaces with the C. It actually might take up almost 3. I'm going to do a 4. Call me crazy. I'm going to go over. I'm going to have the C go from might be a lot. Okay. I'm going to have it go like this. DLC like this. Down and over. Take up a decent chunk. I think that's what I want to do. And I'll clean this all up after I get it sketched out. And then we'll vectorize it just to help. It really helps with line work to clean up the edges because they're just so annoying to deal with. I also want to do more animation stuff on here because if you've looked at other animation stuff that I was doing, I really had a lot of fun with it. For example, anyone who saw this guy, I took off the background, but let me put it back on. But this was so much fun to do. This little animation I made just showing that I was going to start streaming on YouTube. I had a lot of fun with this one. And there is just a lot you can do with Adobe Fresco if you've never messed around with it. The animation tools are incredible. I mean, look at that. So fun. Anyways, back to business. Let's go ChatGPT. This be the H. So we'll have this drag out a little bit more. I'll try to go a little bit quicker here, guys. For those of you who are still watching, it's gonna be so small. I don't love this idea now. Let's delete this. I think we tried it. I think the letters are going to be too thin. It's not going to read well. So let's get rid of that. Let's redo this shape. I think it'd be cool to do a shape that's get rid of these lines. We don't need these lines, but I like the overall rectangle shape. I just think the interior shape could be different. Maybe it's like this. That G shape is going to be interesting. So let's sketch out the G. There's multiple ways to do G. I think we're going to do something more like this. GPT. So maybe we could just do a big, tall. Like that. Let's see. Need that text back. I deleted the title. Illustrating ChatGPT prompts. Okay. Or we do something fun. Let's do like some kind of cool cursive-y. Do like this. It's like loopy, lowercase t. Kind of like this, like. Kind of like that. I think we'll do something like that. And the GPT is just gonna be super. Maybe we have it live in this kind of space. this living in something? We'll just do. Kind of give it that organic to very robotic looking look. You know what? I'm just gonna start messing with this. I like where it's going. So we're going to use a vector brush. And we're going to go into basics. Let's do taper. We're going to do white for now. Or where's our color palette that we picked? We can change it after. Okay. Let's do a white. Let's bump this size up a little bit and do. Ooh. I know what I want to do. I'll do an outline brush. Get the smoothing up. We do cursive. Mm. I don't hate it. We'll use that. And then GPT can kind of be this bolder look. I kind of like the idea of this having. Okay, I'm going to put this as a reference layer now. Put a layer underneath it. I'm interested. Let's see what it looked like with like a pink fill. We like orange. We get that orange in there. Or just lean heavy into that green and then do black outline or that dark blue. Or do we like the white outline? Maybe we fill the inside with the dark blue and then stick with a lighter outline color. Like we could do the green. Be cool. That is not popping though. And I don't really necessarily want to do like the typical thumbnail like picture of me going or like wow. You know, I probably will at some point, but I'd like to avoid it as long as possible because they just feel very clickbaity. So oops. What do you think? I think I kind of like the pink outline. Or the was the green outline that looked pretty good with the white fill. We'll do that. And then for the GPT, we'll do something different. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If you think that's cool, if not, oh lordy. Yeah, no, we're just gonna stick with it. Right now, we need to do GPT. See what that looks like. I'm gonna use a basic, just rounded brush. Definitely scale that back. Let's do more of our colors. I like the idea of these like blocky chunks, and then we'll skew it. This might not be the best brush for this right now. Let's scale it down. And then let's use actually the ruler. If you didn't know, there is a ruler in fresco in different shapes. You can hold down and there's all these different shapes so that you can do stuff like this. All these straight lines. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. So what I'm going to do is just kind of make a grid. And I already know I need basic grid done. And this grid's going to contain a couple little breakpoints. Think how GPT is laid out. I think the G needs a lot more room than the P and the T. But the designer in me says it needs to be equal. So just go with what I think needs to be done. And one mistake I already made is not going over the lines more than I should. And I'll explain why in a second. And I'll give myself a little buffer space in between these. See why in a second. Also, for those who are like digital illustrators, excuse me, do you ever find yourself when you do flip to a physical medium like paper or something? Do you ever find yourself double tapping your paper, like undo? I do that all the time, and I'm always like, every time it happens, I look around like, crap, did anybody see that? Because it is the most embarrassing thing ever, and just makes you realize like how different drawing is nowadays. So this is the best tool ever in Fresco. Is now I can go in and just slice all these shapes up. Whoa. Shoot. Forgot this was still a reference layer. No biggie. Turn that off. Release the reference, and then I should be able to just crop it. Okay, you gotta go in and redo that. You gotta watch your reference layers. Did I do it on the same layer? What a noob. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna delete these lines, do a new layer, undo the reference layer, like it never happened. Good thing this thing isn't live or anything, and it's not capturing every mistake I'm making. But again, I just want to say I appreciate everybody who is jumping on, or has jumped on, has jumped off. To those who commented questions, I appreciate it. I know I wish the music was coming through, because I'm sure that would make your guys' experience 100 times better and make it an easier thing to just have on the background or to participate in. But I understand that listening to me talk for a couple hours might not be always on your agenda, and some music would be nice. So I vow to get that fixed. I got on a little early and was like, you know what, the stream's gonna be great. I'm gonna prep. I'm going to make sure that everything is set up the way it needs to be set up. And then, guess what? Didn't want to work. Okay. Now we're back at this spot. So now we slice this thing up using this tool, and it's so nice because you can just do sweet things like that. It cuts it up beautifully. How cool is that? It's like shape building tool for illustrations and joints, so you don't have to like go in and do some weird erasing or anything like that. So now we can take these shapes and we can fill them in. So that's GPT. So we actually got to now kind of, I'm gonna back up. I want to go like this and actually go in and kind of, no, maybe that is what I want to do. That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna pull. No, it's not a good idea. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have G, which is gonna look like this. G comes down over like that. Now you could use the ruler again, just for quickness sake. I'm not going to. You probably get cleaner lines, but here's what we're gonna do for that situation. We're gonna go over the lines a little bit. And I did leave these spaces a little tight, which I shouldn't have. And we're gonna use that same shape tool to get rid of these extra lines and make sure that these are decent corners. So there's G. I think that looks like a G. And we'll fill it in so it's nice and chunky. P. You guys know what a P looks like? And again, I'm just going way out of bounds. I'm going to use the same kind of line that I had going here. I do have to go outside of this little box. That's going to be a pain in the tail. I put them so close. This might be a time for my handy dandy ruler. Oh, sorry, I'm totally blinding you. My apologies. And if you are coming from my Instagram, you tuned in, you joined in, I appreciate you following that link in my story. It means a lot to just get some support, and I definitely did this project a little scared, you know, not knowing what the outcome would look like, not knowing. I think most creatives deal with a bit of self doubt and fear when it comes to sharing what they're interested in, sharing what they're passionate about. And so I appreciate everybody for the support, the outpouring of love, and just I really do appreciate it. It means a big difference. But I think this will work. This is the one cut that's going to be. Yeah, that could have been worse. Okay. We're almost done. We're going to use the same line that we already have made. Of course. Like, this is going to be perfect. I already have it on here. to get this line. And luckily, we don't really have to make the cut, so we can just do that. Then we will flip it. And then, whoop. I think we need a thicker base, kind of like how that P has a thick base. Let's do a thicker base. Try to make it equal. I'm not going to get too legalistic about this. This is just a one-off little graphic for thumbnail. Ooh, so I do have to go all the way across. Love it. Love it. I put these letters way too tight to each other, but it will work out once I inverse this. That's gonna be fun. It's the same thing over here. Okay. Can't tell if I love it, but you know what? We've gone this far. We just need to make it work. We should really, I'm gonna redo this T. So what we can do is just have it. This needs to go from here to here. That's what needs to happen. Okay. If you agree, say aye. Perfect. Man, that tea stinks. I hate it. But I'm gonna stick with it. I think maybe we do something like this. Maybe we duplicate this. Then we have something to kind of stretch out and be goofy with. Oh, just see what it looks like. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it underneath, put a mask on it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Go around it here, fill it like that, and then use this as a mask. Select. And then can I go in here? Hello, Lodi. I feel like my brain is starting to melt. We'll get this done and then probably call it for the night. So again, we're going to set a reference here where I can just fill it. Just fill it. This is where it might look a little bit better, given now you will get this hanging off. And that's where we should actually be smart and just use the same color blue. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. What do you guys think of this Thursday stream idea? Do you think it's a good idea? Is it something that would interest you? Um, I think it'd be kind of a fun, creative stream where we get to do something together and watch something go from dumb chat GPT prompt to finished product by the end of the night. And depending on if we like it, if we like the idea of it, then we can kind of continue the series. And let's say it spits out 10 ideas. By the end of it, we have 10 that we can do, maybe on different nights or whatever it is. But let me know what you think in the chat. That'd be helpful. I think right now, 2 days a week sounds feasible to do streaming. Obviously, I have the support of my wife, which is great that she's like, yeah, do it. Like, she's very much so pregnant right now. So she's in bed early, anyways. And so nights are best for these kind of things. And everything could also change once this baby comes. Could make a whole difference in what my schedule looks like. But I plan on trying to still do this because that's the goal. And I'd love to see maybe where this goes. Okay, so I don't love this, but I'm going to stick with it. Maybe when we do some skewing stuff. Let's merge this down. And then let's take this and move it in. And let's deselect, take this and move it in. Moved it too far. Cool. I like it. I will also I would love to show you guys some of my work, like my work at some point. But everything depends on when, because I work with more video production stuff, and so I could do work that doesn't see the light of day for another 6 to 9 months, and so I don't want to. I can't show things until it's published live on a website or whatever it is, and so I will show some cool stuff at some point. Just some fun little projects that we've worked on at work, just to show kind of what I've been doing. Okay, so now I'm thinking that we need to lean into this green just to connect ChatGPT together. What do you guys think? So if we were to ooh, good idea. Nope. I like this color palette though. The orange. think I like the idea of connecting the green of ChatGPT within it, just so it is reading together, and then maybe we just blow it up. Let's do that. Just make it a little bigger. I think it needs more real estate. Let's do that and then throw the chat on top of it. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I think I'm liking where this is going. Where are these? Okay. I think we need to move this layer over. So right now, if you're just hopping in, we are making the thumbnail for Thursday's video, which is illustrating ChatGPT prompts. So if you're like, why is this ChatGPT thing up? That is exactly why. So we just need to get this thing locked down. This GPT, I think that's where we need it. And we're gonna make this little, maybe we'll get these together at home. Get it like that. I think that's our answer. Then we can go underneath it and do some kind of fun. Maybe we'll use a new brush. Let's look at our new brushes. Let's look at our fall brushes. We just got that new wonk leaf brush. I wonder what that looks like in that pink. That's crazy. Or orange. It's kind of fun. I think if we did that, we definitely have to layer it up and do like a pink, and then maybe finish it with, would it look bad to have this dark green? Green, blue. Holy smokes. Getting tired. Let's just get illustrating done. So they'll be lettered out as well. I think that's gonna be pink. We're gonna use some of my favorite brushes, which is this one. And we're gonna just do some nice chunky chunk. Illustrate. I'm gonna give myself a little guideline so I have it. Now go. Sorry, I'm ducking down. I need to get this. They have this really cool board that your iPad can go in. Um, that puts it up on an angle and gives you more of an artist tablet type feel. Um, I think that'd be really nice to have. So that might be on a birthday list or something in the future. Okay, so there's illustrating. We can take that and kind of do a little transform on it. Illustrating Chat GPT. Then let's hide this and do prompts. I'm not in love with this graphic. I'm not in love with it. So, in no means, don't be like, man, this is guy's best work. It's not my favorite work. But sometimes you just gotta, it's okay to put something out that you know could be better for sure, but at the same time, you don't want to hold it back from not putting anything out. And this is a piece of content that has a very short shelf life, so don't worry about not necessarily loving it. Because who knows, we could do something right here that could change everything and make us love it that much more. Maybe. A little dark green back there. Where is that? Did I put it on the same layer? Okay. Let's put a little bit of green back here. Just to give it a little depth. Still like that orange. There's this comic brush in here that's a crackle effect. That's really cool. I'd love to mess around with that a little bit. There's so many brushes in this pack. This is Kyle Webster's Mega Pack. It's a free pack, but it's pretty cool. There's so much in here, and it's free. Like, what in the world? The amount of money that could be spent on brushes alone. And then half the time you don't use them, right? And so it's like, to have resources like this, it's pretty awesome. I think I'm getting close. Yes, here they are. Backyard Blaster. Where's that? Comic. Action Burst. We could do an Action Burst. Let's do an Action Burst of orange. Might be a lot. We could do the dark blue. Yeah, that's cool. I'm down for that. I use that same thing for my tortilla chip. If you saw that, that was a lot of fun. It was a skinny dipping tortilla chip that was dipping into hot sauce, and I thought it was really funny. So if you haven't seen that, you can go on my Instagram, which is now up there. We made that graphic, and you can check it out. All right, let's do some more fun stuff. Let's layer this thing up and get it to a point we don't hate it. That'd be fun. Where is that comic crackle brush? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, so this is really cool. I think this is where we might be able to give this graphic the life that we're looking for. Okay, let's give it just a little bit of oomph behind here. And this orange might not be the answer, but I think it isn't not the solution. Maybe pink's the answer here. And then, watch this. I got an idea. Okay, where is... Let's do white. We fill this? We have to do a reference. I'm just guessing here. Just doing some educated guesses. I'm gonna put this on the same layer. Nope. Illustrating a separate layer. Illustrating. Ooh, can I do it? Oh, dang. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere here. And I'm going to drop those down too. Yep, this might work. Put these together. Okay, just so I have those together. And then we're going to keep crackling this out a little bit more. Just to give it some more depth. Make sure we cover this center area. And then we're going to create another layer with the orange underneath it. There's another crackle brush, crackle 2. So this should give a little bit of a different look. Or what we could do is just take this pink and then give a real little tone to it. That could be good. I do need to go back up and just fix this pink and give, yeah, let's see a little bit. This is looking a little Valentine's-y, I guess. Which I don't hate for the season that we're in. It's February. All right. It's not the worst. I think it could work. Maybe we take the chat and chat GPT. Maybe we duplicate this. And then we take one of these layers and just drag it down a little bit and give it a little bit of we can go in and just actually that should be a gray. Just a light gray. Just a little drop. Darker. Darker than that. Darker than that. See, now I'm in a weird spot with this guy. So I feel like this needs to be like that. This is the crazy part about design in general is how much stuff can just change so quickly. You came with one kind of idea and then it gets blown up really fast. I'm not going to do this one too much. Just because now, if you notice, there is some work that needs to be cleaned up. Just some lines that need to be connected. And I know there's better ways to do this in like Photoshop and Illustrator and stuff like that, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it in here. It's not gonna be perfect, and that's okay. Okay. I put this up. I don't know what decided to happen there. Let's fix that. Okay. Illustrating Chat GPT prompts. Let's try putting a little bit of a drop underneath the illustrating in prompts just to make that pop a little bit more. And then we'll put some kind of like live, because we are going to be live on YouTube doing this. So let's duplicate this group. That's the beautiful thing about layers, especially in Fresco, is you can have so many layers and it doesn't matter. It doesn't bog it down. Now let's do this dark pink. Four prompts. Wait, am I end up right? Yep, I think this was probably the way to go. I think it's going to help a lot. Illustrating ChatGPT prompts. And then we're going to put a live thing over it. Okay. And at this rate, we've been live for 2 hours. So after this, we'll probably wrap up the stream. But I appreciate everybody for sticking around. I appreciate you guys for being here. This is a lot of fun, and I think it's gonna be a fun journey. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to share it with you. So we have to do red, right? Red's like the live color. Let's do just a big old beautiful red. This is gonna be my shape. It's gonna say live. Just gonna make that work. We can move this ChatGPT logo up a little bit to get out of the button's way. Now we need to, no, that's fine. I don't want to get too legalistic here. Let's make just a fun little live text. Do like live. Perfect. Then I do like doing these little bloop, bloop. Just some fun little lines. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna get this all uploaded to YouTube so that it is set up for Thursday's stream. I had a bunch of other things that I wanted to do tonight. I have a list here. I started using this app called Milanote. It's really great for this kind of stuff. But I have some other things that I just need to get done for the stream. Now adding fix the audio, which is awesome. So excited to do that. But adding some more stuff to the stream. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But I'll get this uploaded tonight so you guys have a place to like the stream and you'll be able to follow along. But as of now, guys, I want to thank you guys for showing up, for those who stuck through it and stuck through the awkward no music phase of the stream. The good news is this is going to be the worst stream that I ever do. I'm hoping it only goes up from here and that we kind of iron out all the technical details. We will get a better camera at some point. Lighting, I think, is okay. And maybe we get our internet thing fixed because it kept going in and out. So I don't know how your guys' experience was. But thank you guys so much for popping in. And if you happened to rewatch this entire stream, God bless you. I hope it was educational or entertaining or something, but I really do appreciate guys